Happy Friday. It has been many Fridays since O'Malley and I have said that, but the year is ending. So I wanted to end it on a positive note and feel like I did something productive. So I am back, I'm here. 2023 is coming to an end. I hope it was a good year to you. For me, it was kind of a bit of a whirlwind of a year, but so was 2022. So I think that's just how life goes now. I'm not really one to set New Year's resolutions personally. I'm just a person who really struggles internally when I feel like I've failed. And so I feel like resolutions are just kind of setting myself up to let myself down. And that's just really not a healthy mindset for me to have. So I try to just like not do that at all each year, but I do set like goals and things that I would just like to strive towards. And usually I base those around things that I've already naturally gravitated towards in the previous year. That way I find like a balanced narrative to follow of like things that I would like to do based on things that I've already been doing. And that way I'm not like setting myself up for failure. I think I actually accomplished quite a bit of my goals that I set for 2023. Let me check that real quick. Okay, so I didn't get as far as I actually thought I did, but that's okay. So basically what I do when that happens is I just roll those goals over onto the new year. That way, like, I can still do them. But I did do some of the goals, and a little progress is better than no progress at all. So I'm still content with how my 2023 went. It definitely didn't go as planned, but it wasn't all bad. And a lot of those things that happened changed the way I had to navigate the year, and that in turn affected the goals that I wanted to hit. So like, you know, it's all just things get rolling and you just have to roll with them. And so I did a lot of things this year that were really rewarding. I finally got into the swing of selling my art at events, and that has been, oh my gosh, so much fun, so phenomenal. What a great experience, and I am just loving it. It's like the highlight of my year, and I'm literally counting down the days until event season starts up again, because that is just, yes. So doing that, you know, prepping for events, working events, you know, pretty much all summer, and then still having my full-time job, it just takes a lot of time. So I didn't create as much art as I wanted to this year, but it was like for a good reason, and it was still to work towards a goal of mine that I wanted and achieved, and I'm over the moon happy with it, and I feel like it can only go up from here. I did make a couple of new art pieces, not that many, but again, you know, you do what you can, and I'm happy with what I was able to do. Now that I've gotten better hang of doing events, I can hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't want to jinx myself, better prepare for like making more art in the future, and finding a better strategy for going about that where I'm not just like totally frazzled all the time. I did start painting with acrylics for the first time in 2023. That is something that I really wanted to do. You can see some of them behind me there. That is like, I love painting with acrylics. I will always be a watercolor girl, but painting with acrylics is like such a different experience for me, and I really enjoy the process of it. I think a little bit more than painting with watercolors, but like for different reasons. So I definitely will continue to do more of that in 2024 and experiment with other art styles and art mediums as well, but we'll see. I don't want to say too much about that because then, you know, again, I don't want to set myself up for failure, but I will be continuing to paint with acrylics, and I think an achievable goal for that is to paint with acrylics on different canvases. So I want to start painting on wood, smaller panels. I want to start painting on like stone, like literally everything. I just want to like, there's a leather bag that I've been eyeing that I'm probably going to paint on. I just, you know, stuff like that. I just want to paint, and I want to just paint wherever and whatever. And that's my big goal, is to just do art. Also, on the trying out new mediums, I also did my first ever digital illustrations in 2023, which was kind of fun. I say kind of because it's still just, it's not for me. It's not the medium that I find myself really like itching to do, but I do love the convenience of it. And I do like the couple of pieces that I did. Some of them are better than others, but it has been a fun way for me to do things when I'm physically unable to. I also started doing commissions this year. It's not my first time ever doing commissions, but it's kind of my first time doing it in more professional setting. And I only took on one client this year, but I do like to do it on a case-by-case basis, and so that's been a fun experience getting more into commission work as well. some non-art related things that happened to me this year was, one, I turned 30 this summer. I'm trying so hard to not feel super old, but you know. I also got engaged this summer. Look at that. So that happened. I'm sure, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, none of this is news, but I figured like I just wrap it all up in one tidy video. I traveled a little bit this year. Not too much, but I got to cross a trip off of my bucket list. And I really love road trips. I actually drove 12 hours to Cincinnati, Ohio, just to see Fiona the hippo, which was amazing. So glad that I actually was able to take that trip. I actually went for my 30th birthday, so it was absolutely worth it to drive the 12 hours to go see that facility and then the 12 hours back home. An absolute, you know, amazing trip, and I love road trips. It was so fun. I went with my fiance, and it was just, I've been literally thinking about the trip and thinking about Ohio since I left, and if it wasn't so far away, I would live at that zoo. And I'm really grateful that I was able to like experience that. Not everything this year was great. I also lost someone very near and dear to me this year. It's been a tough year as far as like funerals go. I literally, let's see, I'm going to a funeral tomorrow, and that'll be my 4th funeral of the year, which even one funeral is too many funerals. So it's just been like, that's kind of been the theme since the summer, which is not great, but, and so I lost someone really close to me and to my mom, and we're still dealing with that loss like every day. And it's just been, honestly, it's been insanely hard to go through. Don't want to get too heavy. But on that note, it also made me more driven to do the things that I love. This person was my absolute biggest supporter in all of my creative projects and my art and just my like aspirations for like everything that I do. So I really want to just honor her by continuing to do the things that I love and to like do them bigger and better and just like fully immerse myself in it. Because that's what we were striving towards together when she was still here. So I'm just going to continue to do that because that's what she wanted for me. And, you know, I'm not going to get too heavy. That's, you know, can't get choked up. We're not going to get choked up. We are ending the year on a positive note. Even with the bad, there's always good with it. So that's what I'm choosing to just focus on. On that note, there are goals that I just keep wanting to keep going towards. Still want to continue to try to grow my social media into what I originally wanted them to be. Social media is something that's like hard. It's really easy for some people and really hard for other people, and I think I want to say I'm like somewhere in between, but it's really starting to backpedal more towards like it's really hard for me. And so I really want to just put more time and effort into them. But it's really hard when you're like busy all the time with just everything, life. Hi, baby. And a lot of times you don't want to like pull out a camera and remember to like make content. So I'm really gonna try to take the time to like focus and make that part of my routine. But like in a healthy way. I don't know. There's gotta be some balance there, and I'm still trying to find it, but I'm thinking I'm starting to get the hang of it more, and I just need to remind myself to take a little extra time to do things. Following trends, sometimes, you know, like it works well for people that's what they want their social media to be. But if you're really trying to create a social media like brand or identity, just following trends, like specifically like on TikTok where you're just doing like, you know, mimicking what other people have already put out, that's fine for some things, but then like what are you contributing that's you? And so I really want to put myself into my social media, which yeah, totally makes sense when you say it out loud, but it's really easy to like do a trend because you don't have to think about it. But I want to take the time to think about what I'm doing more often. Yes, Eevee? You wanna come here? Hi. Oh, this is Eevee. Say hi. So I rescued her right before Thanksgiving. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you've seen her before. Oh, okay. You getting feisty. Hi. Thank you. So yes, right now we have her. We're definitely keeping her. By we, I mean my mom. When O'Malley and I eventually move out, Eevee will not be coming with us, but for now they are absolutely such a fun pair. They get along really well, and she has been a wonderful addition to the family. I rescued her from under my neighbor's porch during a rainy, cold night. You good? She's a kitten. This is what they do. Basically, yeah, had to crawl under my neighbor's crawl space, and thankfully we found her. She was 5 weeks old at the time. And now she is growing into this big, healthy, long cat. You gonna go play? You wanna say hi to the camera first? Say, oh! Okay. Alright. I'm letting you go. I am back into like all in on my Patreon. So I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Patreon now offers a free membership tier. So you can follow somebody on Patreon without paying anything, which I love. I love that that's an option now. So I still have my one Patreon tier where it is $3 a month, and with that you get exclusive bonus content, but now there is a free option for my Patreon where you will still get bonus content that won't be posted on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that, but you won't have to pay for it. And then there will be other exclusive content that will be for the paid tier. I'm going to do monthly videos, sketchbook pages, tutorials, all kinds of just bonus stuff. And some of it will be free, some of it will be paid. Either which way, you're going to get just more stuff. And hopefully that goes well. So again, now you have nothing to lose. If you like my Instagram, if you like my TikTok, if you like my YouTube, if you like any of those, check out my Patreon. It's free now. And you will get extra stuff on there as well. I'm also finally doing a Zodiac painting series. Sketches that I've started working on for that are on Patreon right now for free. And then you'll continue seeing that as free content as we go. And then that'll eventually get posted on Instagram too once they're finished. But the sketch work, all that is only going to be on Patreon. I will have exclusive sketchbook pages, digital and traditional sketches that will only be on Patreon, and Instagram will just get the finished products. So if you like the in-between stuff, I'll also have some time lapses still here on YouTube, but there will also be exclusive time lapses on Patreon as well. So that will be 12 illustrations that I am working on in the next year. So that'll be fun to just have like a consistent project that eventually has an end date, but you know, kind of all ties together, and it keeps me in the habit of making art in a routine. I'm also planning on doing the 100 heads challenge, and so the concept of that is to do like 10 heads a day for 10 days, and then at the end you have 100 heads. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I do have an exclusive sketchbook that is going to just be the 100 heads challenge, and so that will probably get sprinkled a little bit of everywhere, some of it on Patreon, some of it on TikTok, some of it on Instagram, you know, just because there's 100 heads, there's a lot of content there. So I'm going to do that, just try to practice my art skills and just kind of grow as an artist. And we're going to just, you know, that is the vibe for 2024, is just like art progress. We're just going to keep growing and trying new things and experimenting and just living my best artist life, essentially. fingers crossed, knock on wood, I probably jinx myself, but that's the goal. That's what we're going for. I don't know, I think that's it for now. The studio is still in flux as always. We're getting there. I'm trying to get more organized. I'm just slowly whittling away at that too. That's another big, like, my quickest goal is to finish this. I'm so close to being done. I know I said that last year too, but then I ended up just kind of using this room as storage since I wasn't really painting too much. But now we're getting there. So studio, I'm hoping to do a big mural project at some point this year. That was supposed to happen in 2023. It didn't. So again, you just roll the goals over to the next year that don't happen. So we'll see. I mean, I have big ideas. I have big goals. We're just gonna keep chipping away at them until they happen. And yeah, again, thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me just kind of like disappear into the ether for a while. You know, I just, between the job, the funerals, the art fairs, the holidays, it's just, you know, so I appreciate it that, you know, thankfully I really didn't lose any followers in the meantime while I like vanished. But I'm here, you guys are here, the new year is here, and we're just gonna keep going. So thank you as always. I appreciate your support. Check me out on Patreon, check me out on all my social medias, and hopefully everything gets like 10 times better in 2024. I'm no longer in my 20s. I am a fully fledged adult now, planning a wedding. Let's go. Let's do this. We're gonna make the things happen this year. All right, thank you guys. I will see you next Friday, and the Friday after that, and the Friday after that. We got things. We're doing the things. Happy New Year, happy holidays. Thank you for watching. And that's all I have to say. All of the pets are gone. There's nobody here to sign me out, so bye.